even when you look at men and women can have dominant genes. Genes is about who's dominant, what DNA strain is dominant. Because if that's, if it's really just about the father, then why in the hell does LeBron James' son not look like LeBron? He looks like Savannah. Bryce,
but he acts like LeBron.
No, he does not.
He can play
have you
LeBron.
watched Bronny James?
That came from LeBron. What are you talking about?
Have you watched?
He's in the NBA.
Looks like LeBron James.
That's nurture, bro. That's not
right.
nature.
It's environment. I'm talking about genetics.
That's
you can't
genes
don't create a fault. Wait a minute.
Everybody's kid don't want to play basketball just because the daddy playing basketball. That's genes.
That is
I agree. Just say something that makes a little bit more sense instead of blaming or using cultures to get what you want. You could get what you want. You just have to have the person that you choose have to have good genetics. Look at their family. Okay, what did they have success in, and how did they get there? Did they have a drive to get someplace, or were they lazy? Do they have mental illness issues? Whole bunch of things you could look at in a family tree. So,
and one of the biggest things that he may not be aware of or just didn't point out is that the father has the strongest genes. So it depends on who he is more than who the woman is. Shout out to the Pookie picker women who run around having babies with losers, and now you got a teenage boy that's a loser, is because of his daddy was a loser.
What?
So it depends on who the man is specifically, and not just who the woman is. Like, I just met my daddy, this is the week 3 or whatever, and this dude thinks exactly like me. Well, I think exactly like him, and I'm just learning that, I'm a spitting image of him, like how he thinks and how he acts. We was talking about walking down Philadelphia, just walking through the Philadelphia streets, just hanging out, right? And I actually said, well, I was walking on the outside of you. I was protecting you, because he's 75. He's like, nigga, you ain't had no gun. I was protecting you. Who you think you is? I'm like, you had a gun? Duh. I was like, oh, my dad is an OG. So just little things like that. I was like, his DNA came straight out of him into me. So when it comes to the men out here and the women, the man is the main person that is most important when making kids. So if this guy is a great guy and he's smart and all this other stuff, he's going to be okay with whoever he has kids with, because the main part of the genes come
Hell
from
no.
man.
Hell
I'm about to cut your ass.
Hell no. Absolutely
he's
not.
No.
He's going to get what
that is so untrue.
And
because
if that's everything's going to be messed up because he's messed up.
So if that's the case, if the man is the most important, then are you telling me that LeBron James or Les Brown or Norman Vincent Peale or Martin Luther King, they were made that way because of their daddy, or they were made that way because of their environment? That's where you get into nature versus nurture, first of all.
No. The main question is genes. He needs specific genes. So I'm looking at it from a gene standpoint. I totally understand the nature versus nurture standpoint, but the question was genes for specific purposes. And I'm just saying,
well, he never named one purpose.
As a man,
the only thing that he could have, he never named what purpose. The only purpose that he could have been speaking to was physical attraction or physical appearance.
I'm going by the question at the bottom. That's all I'm saying.
No. I know. I'm addressing that. Even in the video that JR just played, the only genetic goal he could have been attempting to accomplish based on his statement is the physical appearance of the kid, because that's all that he alluded to. He didn't say anything about intelligence till after the fact, right? So that, I mean, you can't say. And then even when you look at men and women can have dominant genes. Genes is about who's dominant, what DNA strain is dominant. Because if that's, if it's really just about the father, then why in the hell does LeBron James' son not look like LeBron? He looks like Savannah. Bryce,
but he acts like LeBron.
No, he does not.
He can play
have you
LeBron.
watched Bronny James?
That came from LeBron. What are you talking about?
Have you watched
He's in the
Bronny
NBA.
James looks like LeBron James.
That's nurture, bro. That's not
right.
nature.
It's
That wasn't his
environment. That's
genes.
I'm talking about genetics.
That's
You can't
genes
don't
also.
don't create a false. Wait a minute.
Everybody's kid don't want to play basketball just because the daddy playing basketball. That's
Okay,
genes.
but that is the nurture.
Stop
No,
it.
that is the nurture section of it. We're speaking to genetics, which is completely based around DNA.
Do you know kids come out with a certain personality? That boy could have easily said, I don't want to play no damn basketball. Just like Sweeney, you like, hey, I don't know what my son wants to play. If you was a pro whatever, that don't mean your son wants to be a pro whatever. It comes from the genes also.
Okay, so okay, I'm not disputing that part, but I'm also not going to allow you to say that men solely determine whose genes that
I didn't say solely.
You said the man is the most important, which
I
means
said
that he
that,
carries the
but that
majority of
doesn't
the
mean
weight in
solely.
how the kid comes out, which is not
I said
true.
main doesn't mean all.
But even
There's a
that
difference.
is not true.
So what about Magic Johnson's son?
Right, Magic Johnson's son. So Magic turned his son. He like that sweet stuff. That's Magic Johnson's fault.
Probably so.
Bullshit.
There was a lot of stuff about
Oh,
Magic
no.
Johnson.
This is how we
playing.
see. This is when you just say
How
stuff
did
that
we
is
get here?
that's not rooted in anything that's
did we get
provable.
here?
Because you're not going to tell me that Magic Johnson, a 6'9" man's man, is responsible for his son turning out the way he turned out. It has nothing to do with genetics. You cannot say that.
Let
That's
go. You
not
are putting
scientifically accurate. You
you are
can't say
putting
that.
the N in sign language at this point, bro.
Thank you. Like that's insanity. You can't say that. You can't just
That makes
you can't
no
just make
sense.
something true.
Okay.
Mr. Leko can.
I mean, so I believe too, like, let's say you talked about pookies and everything. There are women who are the same. I don't know what you want to call them. And some of their kids end up acting like them too. I don't know if it's just like it's all men have this strong genetic gene. I just think it depends on the person, on how strong their genes are. Not just, we're gonna label it as men only,
I just want to say this. I didn't want to say it, but I'm just gonna say it. I was trying to hold back, but Dwayne Wade.
What about him? What about Dwayne Wade?
That torpedo your entire argument?
I mean, what about Dwayne Wade?
Yeah,
That torpedoed your whole argument?
What about I'm saying, what about Dwayne Wade?
No, Dwayne Wade is a certain way, and his son turned out a certain way. That means the genes
What way is Dwayne Wade?
bad.
What?
Are you for real?
What did you say, nigga?
Like what?
Dwayne Wade.
Somebody mute this
Had a
man,
son.
Mike.
He
man.
can't be serious, man.
He can't be serious.
You
No
can't
way
be
he's
serious,
serious.
man. You can't be serious, fam.
Somebody mute this man,
He
Mike.
can't be serious. There's
You
no
can't
way he can be
right
serious.
now.
Dwayne Wade
Come
has
on.
a son that is no longer a son. And
So
Whose fault is that? That's Dwayne Wade's fault.
So why ain't he playing? Why ain't he aspiring to play in the WNBA right now?
because Dwayne Wade is
He a ball
Dwayne
player.
Wade.
Right.
He a ball player.
That's
No,
a multiple
Both
time
those
player.
should still be ball players. It don't matter which side he play on.
No. What I'm
So
saying
now y'all
is,
want him to be Joanna Man?
I mean, that's what Mr.
Wade.
Leko's saying.
That's
are
what
you
his
talking about here?
development
This
was
is so
saying,
far
which is
from the
BS.
see, basketball is the nature part, okay?
What?
But
Basketball is
Dwayne
in your
Wade,
nature?
the other side of
They were
Dwayne
terrible.
Wade,
Marcus was ass. Jeffrey was ass in basketball. You don't know what you're talking about on this one. You got to stop that.
Yo, basketball is in his nature?
So basketball is in Zaire Wade's nature. That's what you're telling me.
Oh my God.
Hey, JR. So apparently Marcus
Something
and Jeffrey,
else.
basketball was in their nature. But the reason they didn't go to the final
something
six
else was
times
in
to get
his
6 rings
nature.
was
That's all I'm
because
saying. Something else was in his nature.
I don't know.
Something else was in his nature. That's all I gotta say.
Gotta have HR call the
That
pistol.
had nothing to do with basketball.
Oh yeah,
It has something to do with balls, but not basketball.
Yeah.
So
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Sweeney. What are your thoughts about it? Man says he needs specific genes for specific purposes.
God damn it, Mr. Lego. Shit. I don't know what dude is hoping to gain from doing what he think he's going to do with all these different women from all these different cultures, because his genes, who he is, may be the thing that alienate his kids from the rest of those cultures. and they never. And I don't think he's thinking about that. Now, this is again me headcanon right here. But you talking about you want all these different kids from all these different cultures, and you don't know how that will play a factor in their lives. Because how many times have we seen kids get rejected by their grandparents because their dad was the wrong skin color, the wrong culture, the wrong person from the wrong side of the tracks? So him saying that he wants to do this, I hope he's taking that into account. That you want all these different kids from different area codes and different genes.
Did he say a white woman?
I think he might have said a white woman.
Not directly, no, he didn't say a white woman. He said like an Egyptian, an Asian.
He sounded like he's from
an island girl. Yeah, he's from the island. He said I already got an island girl, but yeah,